I want to know, and Matt, we talked about this briefly and brought RJ in.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference? Oh, no, it was you, me, and Sam last week, and then RJ was, using the bathroom for an hour and a half. What,
Pick up a small bladder.
Backed up.
What do you do? So, have more fiber. So the, what is the difference between the vanillas? We can name them, no?
Vanilla bean.
Is it a marketing thing? Is it a marketing thing, or is there actual differences? Now, vanilla bean, I know that there's beans in the vanilla.
Well, do you know that? Like, do you taste a flavor difference? To me, French vanilla's got that creamy. It's a little yellow almost in color.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
Like if you look at this picture that no one can see on camera,
sure,
because it's too small. It's more yellow in the French.
Right. Yeah. I don't need Google images. Do the regular. Let's read an article or something. I want to know what the difference is between the vanillas.
Well, I'm about to tell you. All right. French vanilla is not a type of vanilla bean.
Oh.
It's an ice cream making method. The base of French vanilla ice cream contains egg yolks, which explains the yellow. And traditionally, the base of plain vanilla ice cream does not. There's the answer. So it's all about the egg yolks.
So then the vanilla. So what's vanilla then? What's regular vanilla?
Probably minus the beans. So I think vanilla bean means you got beans in the vanilla. Vanilla as itself is just vanilla without the beans. And then French vanilla's got eggs.
Egg yolks.
Egg yolks.
So then you could technically, I'm sure it exists out there. See if French vanilla bean exists. Yellow with the beans.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Yep.
I don't like France.
They don't like you.
Good. I don't want them to. Fuck France.
Why?
I don't know. Just, I don't know.
They saved us in the Revolutionary War.
Ooh. I don't know.
And they've been giving up first ever since.
Yeah, we've been helping them ever since.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Movie Mob Podcast, episode 22. We're back in studio here with Matt, Nick behind the camera. Unfortunately, due to some scheduling conflicts, we have no Sam this week. Sam, we'll see you in spirit. How you doing? Let's get into the movie news. Bum, 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 bum. That's a new theme that I totally made up. It's not from anything. Believe that?
Okay.
Put a copyright on that.
Yep.
What's the first topic here? Westworld canceled. Sucks. Fuck this show.
It does suck.
Yeah.
Nice.
After 4 seasons,
Good.
Westworld's done. The tragic part about this for the creators, not us, is that season 5 was supposed to be the last season for John Nolan and Lisa Joy. Listen, we actually talked about this previously, that season 4 was actually getting some decent reviews.
Including from me, by the way.
Yeah, and I considered watching it after this. You think I'm watching it? No.
Probably not.
I mean, this came about 3 seasons too late.
Yep.
I mean, this was like your typical, like, one season, like, they had a perfect lined up linear story for one season, and it did so well, and they didn't expect it to do that well. They're like, all right, well, come up with something else.
Yeah.
And season 2 was all right, but it was really confusing. Season 3 was just awful.
And Kid Cudi was in it.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot for me to say, for Kid Cudi to be in it and for me to think it sucks. And Marshawn Lynch. So, they lost me season 3. Season 4, I was with you. I, considered going back, but I was like, you know what, let me wait a little bit. This isn't surprising. They just, I feel like they tried to be too much with, everyone liked the confusing, it's clever.
Too smart for their own good.
Exactly.
Type of
and
thing.
You lose people. Whatever, good riddance, see you later, that's it.
I mean, season 1's one of the best seasons of television
It's excellent.
ever, and I think season 2, although it diverted a little bit, it had some good moments, like that one episode where it was only the Native American.
That was actually cool.
A great episode.
I kind of almost teared up that episode. That was emotional.
So they hit, what do you say?
I liked, cinematography-wise, I liked
beautiful.
The top, or whenever you were inside Dolores's mind, you went to anamorphic, CinemaScope, and...
Well, that's the thing, though. Cool stuff. This show looked beautiful. The sets were amazing. It looked like a futuristic world. But, a show that makes this much money, people have to watch it, and I don't think after season 2 many people were watching this show.
It lost people.
Yeah.
No one knew what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, it just was too convoluted, and I think that they had a really good basis for the first season. It was successful, and HBO was like, all right, do you have more seasons? And they kind of just went off the rails.
I mean, how do you talk about the show at, the water cooler?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like at work, like, oh, you see Westworld last night? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know.
It's like, oh, here's a question, here's the answer, here's another question with the answer. That's just kind of how the show went.
Yeah, it was too much.
But great cast.
It's Anthony Hopkins in the first season, so good. I mean, and the cool thing is, you could technically, like, I wouldn't, if I was HBO, I wouldn't go like pulling it off the streaming platform.
You could just watch the first season.
But if you just watch the first season, you get a full, well-rounded story. I think it's really nicely done.
Well, you talked about it last episode about the kind of the aspect of something ending
with the hand coming up. Yeah.
I think with that season, with them revolting and stuff, was kind of an interesting ending, and you proved that it was probably better that we didn't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, everyone always goes too far, man. Like making this multiple seasons, like Star Wars after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like Marvel with the TV shows, like, I don't know. I like things that go on a high note. Leaves a good taste in your mouth.
Well, the funniest thing about this show, too, is it's called Westworld, and we only had the Westworld.
The park was the best part.
Yeah, it was.
Man in Black, so.
Yeah, but that watch the first season of Westworld if you haven't seen it. But, rip Westworld.
Speaking of
Rip, canceled. Fantastic Beasts, done. Matt's having a field day over here. Everything he hates is getting canceled.
The Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah, so Fantastic Beasts. How many movies? Were there 3 or 4?
I think there's 3, and they had that whole controversy with Johnny Depp and the money and the...
it's dead. CEO David Zaslav, who we're going to be talking about a lot this podcast, he's like, no more.
Good.
But I mean, he is a little bit of a creep when it comes to Harry Potter because he wants more Harry Potter.
Yeah, so here's the exception. He said it about a few things. He said it's ridiculous, I'm paraphrasing, that they haven't made a Harry Potter, Superman, or Lord of the Rings movie in how many years it's been. So he's a big franchise guy. From a business perspective, we talked about this last week, to have those IPs, you got to make money off of them if you own them. What do you think about the potential of a new Harry Potter movie? He said if JK Rowling agrees to it.
What I think is you should just let it die.
Yep.
I'm sure that's not what anyone else thinks.
Right.
I like the ending. Voldemort, you got him. Good. See you later.
That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Now, with that said, the Wizarding world, the world she created, there are so many different avenues and different stories you can tell.
Yeah.
They tried to do it with the Fantastic Beasts, epic failure. That was that second movie was easily one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
The first one was not horrible.
It was all right. It was fine, yeah.
The first one was okay.
I hate
the first one was okay.
It was okay.
It was watchable.
If you're a child, it was okay.
Okay, I agree with that. It didn't interest me, but I would agree with that point.
I'm gonna say something that's a little controversial here.
Do it.
Not The Godfather, not Goodfellas, not any other movie has the same impact on me that from the first time I watched it, that the chills that I got from watching the first Harry Potter movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's epic.
No, those first 2 movies are great kids movies.
Good. Oh, yeah, back in the day, yeah. But oh my God, so good.
To the Fantastic Beasts point, I think it was a good concept. A prequel kind of with a young Dumbledore and stuff, because I think the Dumbledore and Grindelwald stuff, this whole thing probably should have centered around Dumbledore to begin with, not Newt Scamander.
Well, Newt Scamander might be the worst character in the history of cinema. He gives you nothing.
Yeah.
Emotionally, he does nothing.
I don't like Eddie Redmayne.
Oh,
I don't like him either.
This is actually really good. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm thinking out loud. It's really good for this episode because I have a lot of these same kind of points about quirky characters or people that are not relatable.
Sure.
For later in the episode when we talk about other stuff. But go ahead.
Well, the advertised Dumbledore versus Grindelwald is the big sell. The first 2 movies, they're barely fucking in it.
Yeah.
Not to mention they're supposed to be lovers, aren't they?
They are.
I don't know what's going on.
But they never really...
they don't dive into it.
There were supposed to be like 6 of these movies. I guess it was the plan. And JK Rowling was writing the scripts. She should not be writing screenplays. I think that's what these
she should write them as a book.
She has to stay off Twitter. She's just got to lay low.
But in terms of a Harry Potter sequel, I feel like this is inevitable. Bringing the old cast back. She does have the Cursed Child sequel, the play. The Broadway thing with Harry's kids and stuff.
Yep.
I know what I read about what the story is. It's a little wacky. It's about like Voldemort's secret kid.
Of course, of course.
With Bellatrix, and they go back in time to save Cedric Diggory. It's this weird time travel.
I like Cedric.
When I read it, I'm like, is this good or really ridiculous? I don't know, but we're probably gonna find out.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Harry Potter. I don't really want to see any more of Harry, Ron, or Hermione.
Yeah,
I don't want to see any
their
more
stories
of
are
them.
told.
I don't want to see any more of the Weasleys. I don't want to see any more of anything. I would like to see someone so Dumbledore said, who's the new headmaster at Hogwarts? At the end of the series, who's the new headmaster?
McGonagall?
Is it
Probably
McGonagall? Right?
She was a OG.
Well,
if
Snape.
you're gonna do anything with Maggie Smith, you can't replace Maggie Smith.
No.
They replaced the first Dumbledore because he died.
He was good.
And they replaced him with the "You shall not pass" guy, right?
Yeah.
You can't.
No, that's not. Different actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Looks the same.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Same shit. They're all old, white beards, big, tall God,
Ian McKellen's his name.
Yeah.
Sir
Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian.
All right.
My point, though, is you can't replace someone like Maggie Smith. She's a very, very standout actress.
And Alan Rickman.
She's a fantastic actress, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you couldn't bring back Snape. I wouldn't want to see Snape.
No. You know who would make such a good young Snape? Adam Driver.
Oh my God! I've said this.
He looks just like.
He's even got the voice too.
If they were making Harry Potter now, they'd cast him as.
That'd be good.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I think regardless, the concept of the prequel with Dumbledore, it was probably the best way to move forward with the franchise, but they just the story wasn't.
Yeah.
It was too much.
What are you gonna do?
Anyway, on to the next one. So now we got some speculation here. I read this the other day. And I said, at first, I'm like, this seems like, some guys having lunch. But I think it's got some weight to it. So we got David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers, had lunch on the Warner Brothers lot with Steven Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, and Peter Safran. Peter Safran with James Gunn are the new heads of DC. A lot of speculation going around that they were sitting down to talk about a Superman movie. Possibly Spielberg directing, because Christopher Nolan wrote the story and was the executive producer on Man of Steel. So now at first you're like, wait, maybe this does have some speculation. Why is the head of DC at this lunch? And Christopher Nolan, after Tenet, broke off ties with Warner Brothers. He even wrote a big article about how he hates Warner Brothers, but now he's back in the saddle. I'm just saying.
Are Nolan and Spielberg on the same level, though? Maybe Spielberg to produce something that Nolan does?
Yeah, maybe.
Because Nolan is not a producer. He's a director.
Yeah, he's a director.
I'm sure he's produced things. When I think of these people,
Yeah.
Spielberg has had his moment. I don't see another Spielberg movie coming out.
Yeah, I want to see Nolan directing a Superman movie.
But do you think he would at this stage of his career?
I think if Spielberg gave him the nod and there was that oversight, I think he would.
Because Nolan, like I said, did the story for Man of Steel, but he didn't direct it because he was just coming off The Dark Knight, so he probably didn't want to do another superhero movie. But I don't know. I feel like Steven Spielberg, is the perfect director for a Superman movie.
For a Superman movie, yes. But then how do you involve Nolan? That's why I'm thinking a producer versus...
Unless he's doing the story again.
Yeah, that's
fair.
fair.
I think regardless, I'm excited for the potential. It doesn't matter who's directing. Either one of them. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like if LeBron, Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade, Melo all met together. What are we doing?
Boat.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
People are interested. These are big names, RJ.
Yeah.
These are big fucking names.
But they're big names that don't have anything to do with each other. You have two executives, right? You have two executives who are going to green light a movie, and then you have I don't want to call him like a used-to-be director, but Spielberg is kind of a back-in-the-day director. Yeah. He doesn't do anything anymore. You know what I mean?
New movies have been hit or miss.
Yeah, I don't even know. Name something recent of his that he directed.
Player One,
that he directed.
West Side Story.
Yeah.
I didn't see West Side Story. Well, he also has The Fabelmans coming out. Have you heard about that?
No.
It's like about his life and how he became a filmmaker.
No, I don't.
But it's not really.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I want Jaws.
Yeah, E.T.
Right.
I want
Superman.
Jurassic Park. I don't care how he got there.
What if maybe you're? I mean,
I'm just being honest. Who gives a fuck?
I do. I love those stories.
That is
that's
so
me,
funny. It's a good point
I know.
though, because Spielberg, even though his name is synonymous with movie making, I don't know if a casual fan would name a Spielberg movie of recent 10 years.
And this is my point. I wouldn't have said West Side
Superman
Story.
movie would bring him back into the fold.
If it was good.
Yeah.
West Side Story is a huge play. That's a very famous story. I didn't associate the two names.
Right.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I just think it's interesting. I think the most interesting thing about this is you remove Peter Safran here. I don't know if the discussion's there, but the fact that the new head of DC is sitting in on this meeting makes me think it has something to do with...
Okay, can I throw a wrench at this
Sure.
whole thing? How funny would it be?
If they were just having lunch.
If they were just having fucking lunch.
Maybe just discuss an idea, you know what I mean?
How funny would it be if they're like, hey, you want to grab some lunch? And then they said, hey, put a press release out there. So let people know we're getting lunch.
That'd be fun.
Well, I
See
mean,
what happens.
You
got to be able to stir the pot.
Yeah.
You and I wouldn't stir the pot if we were this famous. We'd be doing it every fucking day.
I mean, it could have just been Zaslav and Safran like going to these two successful franchise filmmakers and saying, what advice do you have for us going forward? Which is very likely, but obviously speculation's fun. Listen, if we get a Spielberg Superman movie, I'd be ecstatic. You know? Regardless, hopefully we'll find out soon.
One of my favorite current creators coming up, though. We got
Ryan Murphy.
him.
So this is a hot topic here. Monster, the Netflix show, renewed for 2 more seasons. So obviously this past season was the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. I wondered why this show had 3 titles. It was called Monster, Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Now it makes sense since this is like an anthology series.
He does this a lot.
I watched Dahmer. I'm not a fan of it. It changed too much of the story. I think it was kind of exploitative. I'm not excited for this. I probably won't watch it because I feel weird about these like dramatizations of the serial killers and the way they approach it, especially Ryan Murphy. But what do you think of this?
You don't like his stuff?
The Watcher, like he puts out so much like...
I don't know, man. This is just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Like it was 0 chance I was watching it. I don't want to. I don't want to see someone eat other people. That's fucked up. You know. You know how much stress and anxiety I go on a daily basis, dude. I wake up in a fucking panic. You think when I sit home at night, late at night, relaxing, I want to see some dude eat people?
Yeah.
What are you, fucking numb? No. Am I excited? Of course not.
Yeah.
Will I be watching? Absolutely not. Sorry.
Well, I mean, Ryan Murphy got in a lot of hot water because, he didn't consult the victims during this thing, or at least he consulted them and they didn't respond, which is the message enough.
That's not good.
Yeah. I just think, Nick, what do you think? Did you watch Dahmer?
I did watch Dahmer.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't know. I think he took he took a little bit of creative license, whatever. I like Ryan Murphy. I like. I don't know if you've seen Ratchet. I don't know if you've seen.
Is that the Nurse Ratchet?
Yeah, and it's based on that character from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah. He also does all the American crime stories. He did the
American Horror too,
and the American Horror Stories, but he also did like Glee. So I don't know. If, but the thing is, he made the money with Glee, and then Ratchet and all those other ones. But he has such an artistic. I like his style of the way he wants to shoot things, the movement, the sets, the colors, the vibrant colors. Like I like that style. And I like a crime mystery. So maybe it's embellished, maybe it's not. It's a fucking movie. You want to read go watch the fucking History Channel. You want to see the real thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of creative license there. I'm not a fan of watching people get eaten by other people either, but I do like a good serial killer. I love those. And I like the drama. I want to be enveloped in this. The John Wayne Gacy, the guy that he dressed like a clown and he killed all the little boys, and
that's pretty fucked.
He had like 38 bodies inside his basement, like just crazy shit.
To me, like Mindhunter on Netflix is like a better way to do this.
So good. Mindhunter is so
awesome.
Well done.
That's what Netflix should be doing, is making season 3 of Mindhunter, not this.
Are they not?
No, they don't. They said not enough people watch it. So they're not doing it as of now.
Wow.
So it's a shame.
That was really, really great series.
David Fincher. You kidding? One of the best.
Oh, he's awesome.
But yeah, no, I mean, listen, this is a no-brainer from a Netflix standpoint. Dahmer was talked about
everyone was talking about it
all the time it was out, and shit ton of people watched it. So obviously they're going to do this and continue it, but I don't know if I'll be watching.
I'll be watching Cooking with Selena on HBO Max. It's delightful. It's a nice cooking show. Selena Gomez, she cooks.
And you know what? She's not eating people, right?
Yeah, she's not eating people. She's eating cookies.
That's fair. I think it's one of those things. I'm not like excited or not excited about it. I think that if it's on and I got nothing to watch, I'm going to watch the show. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
That's where I'm at with
Love
it.
Selena Gomez.
Let's discuss.
Here's something I'm probably never going to watch.
Avatar 2.
Oh, fuck this movie.
The Way of Water. It's coming out soon, December 16th, I believe. They released the runtime for this movie. 3 hours and 10 minutes, Matt. Whew, that's a long one. I mean, it took James Cameron so long to make this movie. It probably should have been 16 hours. But the new trailer came out. Did you watch it? I don't think you did.
No, I didn't.
I got to be honest. Visuals aside, everything
sure it looks great.
The first Avatar has such a generic story. This looks exactly like the same story. They don't really reveal too much about it. I'm not itching to. If they canceled this movie tomorrow and said you can't watch it, there would be no emotional shift in my body.
None.
But I'm still gonna see it if it comes out. You know.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about it?
I'm not. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah. You haven't even seen the first one, right?
No, I fucking hate Avatar, and I haven't even seen the whole movie. I just don't like it. I didn't like the hype it got. I didn't really understand it. These blue people, I don't know. I'm just not into it. Yeah. I also don't really, as a guy, I think James Cameron's kind of a prick. He's really cocky. He thinks he's the shit, you know?
He talks a lot.
He did make Titanic.
No, I mean, I understand why he does, you know, but, be a little humble, you know, show a little humility, you know? I mean, please. You know, I don't know. 3 hours and 10. First of all, I wouldn't go see it if it was 45 minutes. The fact that it's 3 hours and I'd have to pay $18.
Yeah.
Right. No shot.
Right.
It's a much better chance I'm just, lay in bed. Maybe I'll have some soup and watch Selena plus Chef instead.
Again, Selena plus Chef.
There's many episodes to watch from.
Yeah.
So.
Nick, what do you think of this? You've seen the first Avatar?
Yeah, I saw
what
the
do you
first
think
one.
of the first one?
It was okay.
It was a gimmick.
It was wicked gimmicky. It was sold as this, amazing, I don't know. They look real, the people. Everybody thought they looked fucking real. Even when it came out, I thought this looks like a cartoon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know nobody liked it. I'm not saying I did like it, but the Lion King live action movie, those animals look real. I don't care what anybody says. That was beautiful rendering on an artistic level. If Avatar looked like that, the first one, I could see a little bit more. It looked like Toy Story to me. It looked like a regular cartoon CGI thing.
Yeah.
Nothing about it was real. And they did all these crazy with the face thing, with the camera in the face, and all the stuff that they did in the live rendering. And granted, James Cameron has invented stuff that doesn't currently exist.
Yeah.
Or stuff that didn't currently exist at the time that they made the movie. He invented being able to live render those worlds so you could be in the camera on a soundstage with a blue screen.
Right.
And the monitor shows the world that they're in. I mean, that's incredible.
And he's doing a lot of underwater filming of this movie, too.
What the fuck? I don't care. Above water, dry, wet, who cares? What I'm saying is it doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
It just doesn't do it for me the same. I think this is another way. It's another Star Wars knockoff. And what I mean is it's another Star Trek, Star Wars, in another world, aliens.
Yep.
Whatever it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Either it's not my style of movie.
Just doesn't get you going. You know what I mean?
It doesn't. There's
you
no
don't
movement.
Feel it. There's no movement.
Yeah.
Well, stagnant
You're
water.
just sitting there. You're waiting for movement, and you're just sitting there is it gonna? And
I think the biggest question here, though, is obviously the first Avatar is the most profitable. Well, not profitable, but it made the most money out of
highest grossing.
Profitable.
Yeah, but who knows the budget? I don't know.
Wasn't it Endgame pass?
Either way.
Endgame.
Yeah, but I think Avatar is back in front because they re-released it and stuff.
Stupid.
Do you think this movie gets anywhere close to it? It's
Not
been 10 years?
Fucking close.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? All
Bro,
right.
they pushed Avatar,
think so.
the first one, for 3 years before it came out.
Yeah.
There were little things here and there, and the Na'vi tribe, and the this and the that. People, they had the McDonald's toys, and they had the friggin' everything. Yeah. I mean, that was a campaign and a half.
And it worked.
And it blew up.
Yeah.
It really did blow up. And the 4D or 3D or whatever the fuck it was, smell-o-vision, whatever they had.
Yeah.
All this crap. And it was huge. And it was one of the longest running in in the theaters,
Yeah.
right? It ran for like 2 years or some shit.
Yeah.
And then they re-released it again.
Well, I don't think, kind of connected what you said about like the CGI and stuff, I don't think a movie that's like fully CGI like this, for the most part, is as rare and like
Nowadays.
Nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Done.
We've had so many superhero movies since this movie came out. We've seen so much CGI.
Yeah,
it's not even unique.
No, it's not. Like when it came out, like you said, it was like a cool experience. Well, you got to see it just for that.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's been done before. Also, it's been how many fucking years? I mean, who gives a people probably forgot this movie existed.
James Cameron said in an interview the other day, he said they're going to make a third one but who knows if they'll make another one, because he doesn't know if people give a shit anymore.
I hope people.
And that's coming from the guy who created it.
You know what? I hope people don't go and see it. You know, stay home, dude. Read a book.
Listen, I think it's going to make a lot of money, but I agree with you. I don't think it'll touch the first one.
Yeah. I think. Give me House of the Dragon.
Yeah, that's all we care about, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give us the good stuff.
Into it.
Give us the good stuff.
I can't relate to a fucking
what the people want.
Blue monkey thing on the back
No
of
one
a
cares.
flying fucking bird that you gotta like connect your whatever.
No one.
Like
I
can't.
cares.
You know what I mean?
How you doing?
Like I'm not gonna plug in. You know?
Right. Wow.
I'm serious. It's just not my style. That's all.
Yeah.
Neither
On
is
to the
this.
next one. Here's another trailer that came out. Final trailer. This is coming out soon. Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, the sequel to Knives Out.
We've talked about this.
We have talked about this, but we got a new trailer. Well, if you watch the new trailer, Nick, it reveals the plot.
Are we seeing this in movies?
It's up to you. So it's only going to be out for a week in theaters, Thanksgiving week, and then it's going to be on Netflix December 23rd, I believe. So you could see it a month in advance if you want.
Good.
Great cast. I mean, we've talked about that already. What'd you think of this trailer, though, Matt? Now that you have like a little baseline to the story.
So yeah, it was a cool trailer.
Yeah.
So it's kind of Edward Norton like organizes this whole like mystery thing, and then obviously it's actually going to be a real mystery that unfolds.
Yep.
You know, in the fake. I think it's cool. It's kind of like Clue. You ever watch that movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I got that type of vibe. I don't know, man. I'm excited just for Ryan Johnson. Fucking the cast. I mean, unbelievable cast.
I'm pumped to see Ed Norton.
Daniel Craig, Ed Norton, man. And I'm kind of like,
Why? Why are you pumped to see Ed Norton?
I love Ed Norton.
He's in everything. It's not like he hasn't done anything.
Name
since,
one
like,
Ed Norton movie.
Anything that Wes Anderson has done.
No,
Ed
recently.
Norton's in. French Dispatch.
No, other than Wes Anderson. I don't like Wes Anderson.
But like,
Hulk.
Name one Ed Norton movie other than Wes Anderson.
American X, is that him?
but that's
That's what I'm
recent.
saying.
You say name
But
recent
that's
ones.
one movie.
But he's in every Wes Anderson movie. You don't like Wes Anderson? Oh, I like him.
Too many colors. I don't know.
What?
Fantastic Mr. I've actually seen
that's
that
a
movie.
good
Buddy, great film.
I've seen
I
that
like
movie, believe it or
Fantastic
not.
Mr.
Rushmore, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I like Ed Norton. I'm sorry.
No, he's good.
He's
I
good.
guess.
I don't dislike him. Everybody always acts like he's never in anything, and he's this great actor they put on the shelf. I'm like, he's in everything.
Yeah.
You know?
It's an interesting collection of characters, RJ.
It is.
And they each very much have their own like little niche.
Yes.
And I'm interested to see
fuck
how
'em.
they all blend together. I don't know. I think it'll be a clever, fun watch. I'm not really looking at it as like a sequel to Knives Out, even though Benoit Blanc is in it again.
Right.
I'm kind of just taking it as its own independent movie.
Yes.
It's going to be its own mystery, new cast of characters. I'm excited, though.
I'm with you there on that.
I'm excited to watch a movie that's not a superhero movie, at the theater.
Amen.
Possibly.
That's
You know?
fair.
But it's not
You don't
Star
even
Wars or
watch 'em.
Marvel.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just happy we're talking about one that isn't.
Are you excited for this movie? Because last time we talked about it, you were a little iffy on like more murder mysteries.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still iffy. I think that I would probably watch it.
Yeah.
I'd probably watch it.
Getting good reviews. So.
I just don't think we need 6 of them,
Yeah, I agree. But
But great, you did Glass Onion. You know what it is? I'm so nervous to say, not like my opinion fucking matters to any of these executives or anything, but I'm so nervous to say that I'm excited for this movie or anything like that because I know that like in 10 years, they're going to have Knives Out 25.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like they just fucking. This is what's happened. Thank God. That's why the first 2 topics, although they were moderately pessimistic, I was excited to talk about them today because they're actually shelving stuff. No, we're done with Westworld. You don't get 5 more seasons. You suck at what you do and you're done. It's horrible. Should have stopped after season 1. We're done. Shelving the other projects, whatever it is, Fantastic Beast. You're done. Now, I wish they would do some of this shit with Star Wars. I wish they would do it with these other things. Make some room to make new stories. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
The people got to stop watching, because all they care about is numbers and money at the end of the day. It's in the hands of the people.
Yeah.
If they start watching that shit, then like
execs people gotta. You were right when you said stay home, read a book.
Stay home, read a book.
People got to get like creative.
Take a hike.
Yeah.
Play game board.
Deeper.
And audiences need to be more open, I think, to some new stories too.
Well, but George Lucas and Steven Spielberg were at USC, right? They both dropped out. George Lucas goes on to make American Graffiti and then Star Wars.
Yep. George Lucas. I don't think George Lucas dropped out.
He did. They both did.
Did he?
Yep.
I thought he made THX there.
Yeah, but then they.
After that,
finish though. My point with those two is that they were like, oh, we're gonna make the movies we want to make, and like people need to get out there and start making movies and stop worrying about this $500 million budget movie that's like like no one cares about Avatar. And I'll tell you right now. I think if you know how like older movies from the 70s, 80s, whatever, they look like they're from the 70s, 80s?
Yeah.
Those would play just as well in theaters today as any of this $500 million bullshit.
Yeah, these are going to age badly.
If the story was really good, Jaws you can watch from now until the end of time.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know. I was telling you.
Knives Out?
We were talking about
Avatar.
We were talking about Many Saints in Newark,
yep.
right? And how it looks like CG and digital camera and all that other shit. It's shit. It's crap. It's not good. You know what I mean? I think that like these movies are just pump and dump schemes. Like it's like let's just throw a whole bunch of money at James Bond there, and we'll have him solve a crime, and we'll make a buttload of money. And you're right, Matt. I feel like they don't give a fuck about the audience. They don't care about anything. They just want to know what worked in the past. That means it'll work again. Give me 6 more Harry Potter. 45 more Luke Skywalker.
No,
I'll take you know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's just fucking stupid. And it's like, well, where is people need to start making movies.
Well, I mean, connected to that, like in theory, like if you kept doing that and exhausting all of them and you haven't made new things, then you ran out, right? You know what I'm saying? Once you rush Star Wars out and Harry Potter and you haven't making anything new in the meantime,
beat the piss out of it.
But those things were new when they came out. You know what I'm saying? So
I know, but like look at Interstellar.
Yeah,
it's an expensive movie. I know it's another $500 million movie, but like there was no Interstellar before Interstellar, and it hit the world like like it clapped the world. You know what I mean? Inception, another one that just like really just backhanded everybody across the face, and people were like, "Holy shit!" Like anything Tarantino does, and they're like one-offs. Hateful Eight was supposed to be a sequel to Django, and Tarantino was like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
he
was supposed to make that Django and Zorro movie, which I think would have been so cool.
It would have been cool.
Yeah,
it would have been cool. But but my point though is that he doesn't.
Yeah,
and there's not going to be a sequel to Jackie Brown. There's not going to be a sequel to Django. There's not going to be a sequel to anything else that he's made.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction. It's done. That is the movie. That's the movie right there. I don't want to see a sequel to Wolf of Wall Street. If you look at the top directors, the people that have been the top directors for their whole career, Scorsese, Tarantino, all these people, right? Nolan. They don't make these sequels.
Yeah.
They don't make the sequels. They make a story. That's what a movie's supposed to be. Here's a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You make the story, you move the fuck on, you write a new story. We don't beat the piss out of every fucking character from story one for 25 fucking movies.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
That's why I don't like Knives Out.
Fair enough.
No, I agree.
Despite that, I'm excited for this movie.
I'll watch it.
I'll see
like
it.
I said, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. All right. Next, review time. So last week we had our first installment of the movie Roulette. We landed on Nightcrawler, a selection that Sam brought up. We each brought a movie. Sam, you're missed, obviously, but we're going to talk about this film. I've seen it before. It's been a few years, though, so it was nice to get a refresher. I really like this movie. I think it's a good, like, simple movie. It's not, I don't know if it's low budget. I looked up the budget. It actually costed a lot more than I thought it would. But you know who directed this, though, is, should know his name. Guy doing Andor's brother.
Okay.
Yeah, so, he wrote the Bourne movies and stuff.
Okay,
so,
right.
yeah, it's cool seeing this. But, again, a movie that you don't see getting made. anymore. Just like kind of a small story.
Mm-hmm.
One of Jake Gyllenhaal's best performances. I liked it. Did you like it, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, it was all right.
Okay.
You know, it's solid. It's worth a watch.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely my biggest takeaway was, like you said, the performance from Gyllenhaal.
Yep.
I mean, he just played like such like a weird, like kind of freak, kind of sociopath. Just so disconnected. Like my favorite line, Riz Ahmed was like, "You don't understand people."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "What if it's not that I don't understand people, but I just don't like people."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh," like that kind of hit me. It was cool. The story was simple, like you said. Rewatchability-wise, I think I'd pick a lot of other things over it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy I watched it. I think it was a cool story. And like you said, it was a quick, easy watch, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, cool like atmosphere, too, with like, seeing those guys like filming.
Yeah, it was an original idea. So
Yeah.
I've never really thought about like that shit, but it was kind of cool to like kind of understand, like, I guess if you really want the good shit, that's what you'd have to do.
Mm-hmm. Nick?
I like the movie.
Okay.
I didn't like the character.
He was weird.
I don't think you.
Gyllenhaal did a great job. I guess I didn't like the movie. I liked the way it was shot. I liked the run. It felt like a great. You could sit down and watch it, and I would watch it probably again after watching whatever else. If it was the last option,
Yeah.
I'd watch it again.
Doesn't sound you like the movie.
No,
right.
So I wanted him to feel something in the end. It's like this monotonous. There was never any responsibility. There's no lesson. There's no lesson.
He's hard to root for.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. He never feels anything.
There's no moral.
It's so monotonous. I don't like that. I like if there's gonna be drama. I want that character. Like, okay, this is like the basics of storytelling. If you watch the 1928 version of Frankenstein, Boris Karloff, it might be like 1932, whatever it is. He's a monster who comes back to life when the guy brings him back with the electric jolts in the neck. And he goes terrorizing the town, right? But then he comes across this little girl, whatever, and for a minute there's a little bit of a human kind of element there, and you feel for the monster. I didn't feel for this asshole. Not one time. Nope. King Kong bawled my eyes out. I told my mother when we left the theater, I was in 5th grade, I go, he's so misunderstood, the monkey.
Yeah.
Didn't feel for this asshole. And I wanted him to get what was coming to him.
Yeah.
At the end. And I felt I identified a lot with the lady, the cop, the detective, the black lady.
Yes, yeah.
If I was sitting right there with that kid, he's lucky she didn't haul off and slap him right in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just...
Yeah, because,
give me something real.
Yeah,
I like reality.
But sometimes the bad guys win in real life.
But, yeah, fair.
I know what you're saying, like...
It's just, my style of movie.
Yeah, your style of... Yeah, there was no uplifting...
No, there's nothing to root for.
I like to believe that if you do the right thing in life, that you're doing the right thing for a reason. And this didn't sell me on that.
No, it didn't. No, very much the opposite.
It didn't pull the heartstrings at all.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it's a classic performance from Gyllenhaal, though. I mean,
he did a great job.
He always plays a weirdo very well.
Made me hate him.
Yeah. But I mean, solid film. It's talked about a lot, but again, I'm not going to rewatch this movie anytime soon.
It's like Ritz crackers, whatever. It's all right.
Right.
You have them.
Yeah, you have them. All right. Solid.
Are they better with strawberry jam? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. This is it kind of reminds me of Drive. Small movie, one guy in a car. Yeah. You don't like Drive. I love Drive.
Drive, yeah, whatever. It's the same shit. Ritz crackers.
He's driving.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway.
Do I want to pay $18 for it?
Yeah, right?
Let's see if Nick and Matt like the next movie we're about to watch here.
Yeah, we got a little...
With the second installment of the movie Roulette. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's Roulette. Wow.
That's so
like
cute.
That?
That's awesome.
Good, there was some movement.
It's not bad.
That was good.
Yeah, a little movement.
That's cool. I like the thing right there.
That's good. It keeps moving.
Yeah, we got
it's like a wheel.
Wheel spin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hold on. I got to get to it. Hold on. I got to get to it now.
We're pulling the wheel up. All right, so let me explain to the viewers while we're setting this up. So this week, I went on HBO Max because it's the best streaming service, and I went through each genre selection, and I picked 10 movies from each genre, and we threw them all together, and now we got a wheel full of them. So we got horror, we got thriller, we got drama, comedy,
action adventure.
We got the whole 9 except romance. Sorry, Matt.
I like romance.
Maybe next week. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see. We got a lot of movies here, but a lot of good ones. I'm excited.
Let's see what we got.
Come on, Dark Knight.
Unforgiven. I mean, that's a classic.
What is this?
It's a Western. You ever seen Unforgiven?
No.
That one.
Oh, wow. Clint Eastwood.
No way, really?
Oh, yeah.
It's a Western?
I think it won Best Picture, or it was nominated for Best Picture. Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, get out.
This is like his, he made it. He's older after all the spaghetti Westerns, and he made this, really gritty, dark Western. It's
cool.
It's a hell of a movie.
I love Westerns,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay.
All right. We watching Unforgiven then?
Okay.
Unforgiven it is.
I like it. I've seen it, but it was years ago, so I'm excited to rewatch this. Unforgiven, Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman. There's a few other people.
Can we do a Western? Are you cool with that?
Yeah. I'll watch this. I like Clint
No,
Eastwood.
it's a good movie. It's pretty dark.
Yeah,
but
I think
it's good stuff.
I think that'll be a cool one.
Unforgiven. And if Sam joins us or whoever joins
we'll
us
tell
next
him.
week, we'll have him watch it. So we'll review that. So guys, if you're watching right now, hit up HBO Max, watch Unforgiven so you can review it with us next week. So let's finish it off here with the question of the day.
Yep.
I brought an interesting question of the day today. Who is, would you say, the best actor or actress of the modern era? So I would say 2010-ish on, maybe last decade or so.
Yeah.
For me, personally, it's between two people. And that's Christian Bale and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Interesting.
I got to go with Christian Bale. He's also my favorite actor, so a little personal bias there, but...
Wow, really? Over
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
I think Christian Bale's my answer, too.
2010,
so again, this is another instance where RJ says, what is the best or who is the best? And what he means is, who's your favorite?
No, I think Christian Bale's money. Daniel Day-Lewis, though...
Dude, he becomes the person.
What has he done post-2010? Lincoln?
Yep.
Phantom Thread. I can't think of anything else that he's done since.
What year was...
There Will Be Blood was 2007.
Oh, okay.
Gangs in New York was 2006. So he would be a little before this, I think.
Crucible was way back.
To me, he's 90s and then a little bit of the early 2000s. But to me, I mean, you talk about these more recent movies. I feel like DiCaprio and Bale have let him off. Brad Pitt. But Brad Pitt's been along for a while.
Yeah.
Do you have one, Matt?
I'm going Bale.
Bale?
I mean, you talk about transforming. So I mean, Bale. I mean, Vice. He gains weight.
Yeah.
Is it The Alchemist? What's it called? He loses weight.
Yeah.
Machinist?
Machinist. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Alchemist.
That's a
whatever.
book.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruce. I mean, he is every character. He's so fucking American Psycho. I mean, he is so fucking good.
Yeah.
As every single character he plays, even in the bad movies, like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yep.
He's the villain, and he's by far the greatest part of that movie. He's so good.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
I think he runs laps around Leo.
Really?
I don't think
as
Leo
an
is,
actor?
Yeah, as an actor, I don't think Leo has the. I mean, Leo's a movie star, but I think Bale's got the best chops.
I'm gonna pull up his movies right now and see what movies he's done post 2010.
The Fighter,
so we can kind of put that. The Fighter.
I mean,
that might have
awesome
been 2010
in that movie.
Nick,
Batman.
who you thinking? You're contemplating over there. You got a lot going on.
I know. I don't like a lot of recent movies, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really am not a fan of a lot of...
But you like Leo.
You know who's coming up? I love Leo, but I feel like it's so tropey to say him.
Yeah.
You know, I love Leo. I think he's great. I think Bradley Cooper is doing really good things.
Very good.
Yeah.
Really good things. I think...
it's funny because in the first half, Bradley Cooper was kind of like a more rom-com actor.
Yeah, he was the stud. He was the stud. He was the... And in The Hangover, he's the hot friend.
Yeah.
He's the... You know what I mean? So now it's but I like I'm trying to think. I don't know. I got to think about it.
Well, here's Bale.
Christian Bale is very good.
Here's what Bale's done since 2010. So 2010 hits it off with The Fighter, Oscar-winning performance. Did he win? I think he did. Supporting actor.
I'm not sure.
The Dark Knight Rises, 2012. I'm not going to list all of them. I'm into the notables. American Hustle, 2013. Exodus, Gods and Kings.
Oh, what about
Terrible
Matthew
movie.
McConaughey? He's really good. He's really good, isn't he?
The Big Short.
He's good in that.
Hostiles, great
we
Western.
get it. Christian Bale's a great actor.
Vice, Ford v Ferrari. And coming up, though,
Amsterdam.
The Pale Blue Eye. Have you seen the trailer for that?
No, is it
Looks
good?
very good.
Amsterdam.
On Netflix.
Got bad reviews, but
Amsterdam.
Eamon's Eye.
I'm sure he's good in it.
But yeah, I'm going with Bale. Do you have an answer? You gonna tap out with no answer? Come on.
Mahershala Ali's good.
Mahershala Ali's a great pick.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's like kind of recent too.
Actresses too. Florence Pugh's more of an up and comer.
Emma Stone. I think she's awesome.
Yeah,
in
Emma Stone.
Every role she's in.
Emma Stone,
I think Ryan Gosling has been great. He's had a lot of good movies post 2010.
Gosling's doing really
They're
really
great
well.
together.
Really
Ryan
well.
Gosling's got some bangers.
I like Jennifer Lawrence too. I thought she was she was the only saving grace to me for Don't Look Up. I thought Don't Look Up was a horrible film.
It was really bad.
And Emma, what's her name there? She did a really good job. She was the Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
You were thinking Emma Watson?
Yeah, Emma
she's
Watson.
great.
She's good too. She's good too.
She's great.
I like that Lupita Nyong'o too. I like her.
Yeah,
she's very good.
Who was the guy in 12 Years a Slave, the main character?
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher his name.
Doctor Strange.
It's like Sharu.
Yeah.
Something. It's a long
It's a
name.
tough name.
That I can't
I
pronounce.
don't know. Look,
he's
listen,
very good though.
I like these characters. I feel like actors. This sounds so
I need a
bad
list
to
of
say.
Ryan Gosling's movies.
Sounds so bad to say, but I feel like actors are somewhat a dime a dozen. And what I mean is, you can find so a lot of people don't try acting now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so difficult of an industry to get into. Back in the day, you really could move to LA and try out acting and all this other stuff if you wanted to. But now, I feel like you got to be in with the whatever and the blah blah blah. But if RJ, if you wrote a movie or whatever, if we were in casting for a film, we found like the guy who's going to play the character. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And they get the I would say John Popfin's a great actor. You know, nobody knows who he is. Yes,
I will say though, I'm looking at Ryan Gosling's list. Not a crazy pick. You got Crazy Stupid Love, Drive, Place Beyond the Pines.
that's such a good movie, by the way. Place Beyond the Pines is such a
Bradley
good
Cooper
movie.
The Big Short, The Nice Guys, La La Land, Blade Runner 2049, First Man. Good set right there.
La La Land.
What about Wahlberg? No, he's not doing that great.
Oof. I don't know.
Yeah.
If he's what's Father Stu?
Yeah.
But that is a good point though. Is I feel like there haven't been as many good movies, since 2010. Truly great movies. But I don't know. I feel like there's still a lot of great actors going around. So you got an answer? You gonna land?
Give it Leo. Fuck it.
Leo, you're going with
Why
Leo.
not? Why not?
Bale,
You can't really go
Bale,
wrong.
Leo.
Leo's
Can't
good.
really go wrong with Leo.
No,
You can't.
Can't go wrong with Christian Bale either. But
No, I mean I love Leo, but Tom Hardy.
Hardy's
Oh
Tom
my
Hardy.
God!
Tom
Talk about a
Hardy.
talent,
Hardy's
dude.
good.
Tom Hardy is so good.
Yeah,
He's so good. That's my answer.
I had the movie that the whole movie's sitting in a car. That was on the Roulette. I was kind of hoping we'd land on it.
Have you seen Bronson yet,
No,
dude?
good.
It's probably one of my favorite films.
Okay,
It's so good. So good.
yeah.
He's just, I don't know. Anything where you have to put someone in these actors who play these bullshit roles and then they're like, I had to really get into the character. Blow me,
Yeah,
But you see a movie like Bronson, I couldn't do it. I could not play the character that Tom Hardy played.
Yeah.
That was he's naked for half the film. He was fake crazy. He was in jail, right? So like the character at one point he like shits all over himself and he has to like get them to clean him off, and then he's on top of that he's like one of the world's strongest men. So like 10 bodyguards come into the cell and he just beats the shit out of everybody. He's covered in shit, naked. He beats the shit out of everybody.
Lot of shit.
But like it's just I couldn't do it. Mentally I couldn't do this shit that he's doing. I know,
pun
another one.
intended.
I get it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just, it's insane. It's really insane. And I think that those performances, Christian Bale is another example of putting yourself through mental and physical torture in order to convey something for an hour and a half of good screen time. It's commendable. Yeah. I would say. I don't see a lot of that with a lot of actors these days. Timothée Chalamet, he's a pretty boy. Say it to his face.
Yeah.
I love you, Tim. I think you're very pretty, but you're just a pretty boy. You know what I mean?
I'm with it.
And if I'm honest, I haven't seen a lot of this post 2010. I haven't seen a lot of range from DiCaprio either.
Yeah,
he's another pretty boy.
An argument there. Wolf of Wall Street.
Pretty boy.
Yeah.
Great performance. Pretty boy.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it. Leave a comment below who you think the best actor or actress of the modern era is. A lot of topics today. Good podcasts. As always, leave a like, subscribe. Just click. One little click.
One little click.
One little click. Raising the numbers slowly but steadily.
They are climbing.
They are climbing. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week, and we're going to be reviewing Unforgiven, Clint Eastwood. Classic.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I think you'll like it. So tune in next week. Watch Unforgiven. Like, subscribe, comment below. How you doing?